Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. These are going to be total full moon, lunar eclipse, and Sagittarius messages for my dearest Aries. Aries, this is happening on May 26th, and Sagittarius revolves around communication and knowledge, so this eclipse will be transforming your mindset. Check where you have Sagittarius in your birth chart, and this is where you will be impacted the most. A lunar eclipse is like a full moon that packs more punch. You will be asked to release any outdated belief systems or unrealistic ideals standing in your way of your growth and expansion. Eclipses mark a turning point for us as individuals, so anything released during an eclipse will be permanent. The eclipse is a release cycle that pushes up old wounds and emotions around where you were limited or told to settle for less. You may have accepted that love, happiness, and dreams just couldn't happen, but this eclipse is changing that. So this is a time to release any false information and projections that may have been imprinted on you. Now, guys, also remember this is a relatively heightened time of emotion for the collective, so try not to act impulsively and be wary of conflict and confrontations at this point in time. Now, you guys, I do apologize if you pick up on any background noise. The cicadas are really loud, and I also have people at home who are making some noise in the background, so I do apologize. All right, my dear Aries, let's go ahead and jump into this, and let's see what's going on for you guys with this full moon total lunar eclipse. I'm doing it on the day of, okay? All right, messages for Aries, please. All right, we have the Page of Swords. So some of my Aries, you guys are starting a brand new journey. You guys may be studying something. Some of you guys are taking up a new or different sort of spiritual path. Some of you guys are investigating. This is kind of like a fly on the wall type energy. So it could be a new person, okay? Or it could be starting a new journey with somebody that you've already been involved with. It's air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could have that in your chart, or you could have that, or you could be dealing with an air sign. All right, what's blocking you? The Two of Cups. So some of my Aries, there's something or someone from the past that's holding you back. And I see that here in the Page of Swords. It's like you're ready, you're trying to start this new journey. Okay, and for some of you guys, it's about communication. Maybe you haven't been in communication with this person, or you're trying to figure out, how you guys can sort of get back on the same page. For most of you, this is going to be a romantic situation, a soulmate, could even be a twin flame journey. But for many of you, it can be a business partnership, it can be a friend. And again, it could be the balance within, right? The masculine, feminine that we all have. So, finding your own balance, okay, in order to move forward on this path that you're being guided to move towards. So the Two of Cups tells me there's some sort of love relationship or soulmate contract that is holding you back. And for some of you, what I'm seeing, what you need to release is this Page of Cups in reverse. Some of my Aries, you may be afraid to take an emotional deep dive with somebody or scratch the surface because you've been hurt in the past, or this could be the energy of your person as well. For some of you, there needs to be an apology, whether that's you offering an apology or being open to accepting one. Now, for others of you, there's some sort of deception that took place in your past, either in this relationship or in another one, okay, that has really been, it makes you weary. It makes you untrusting, because the Page of Cups in reverse is somebody who comes telling a very tall tale, and they may have come in disguise of somebody who is offering commitment, but what we see, this fish, they've come a long way, and by the time it gets to you, it might be a little bit smelly. Okay, it might not be exactly what they say it is. I just heard the word shambushini. So that's a funny word from my past that my guides are reminding me of, shambushini. I believe it's an Argentinian word, but somebody who's like a snake oil salesman. So I feel like Aries, there's a little bit of a distrust. Ooh, and we get confirmation from the phone. There's a little bit of a distrust either about this particular relationship or starting a relationship because of something here that you're projecting from the past. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. You may have been in a third-party situation, Aries. It's possible. You know, it could be that, you know, you had a soulmate contract and they had you in a third-party situation, or you found out that they were married. Okay, it's going to play out different for all of you, but this is Taurus and Libran energy, and the Empress in reverse is is not growing. She's not expanding. She's not able to be creative because there's this lack of balance. For many of you guys, I feel like whatever it is that took place between you guys, and it's not going to be that there was a romantic rival for all of you, but you know what, I just got this sort of huge tug at my heartstrings, and I feel it so strongly in my solar plexus chakra, you guys, that without each other, the divine feminine didn't feel supported by the divine masculine, or doesn't currently, and doesn't feel like she can grow and expand. Okay, so take gender out of it. It's not gender specific. But what I'm seeing here is without this balance, whether it's internal or within your partnership, the feminine, whether that's you or your person, can't grow and can't expand and isn't able to manifest. Now, for some of you guys, it's because there's a lack of trust either between you and this person, or a trust in love. So what I'm seeing here is there's some sort of enlightenment taking place. There's some sort of aha moment. Okay, and for many of you guys, this is a divine counterpart situation. I do feel like somebody's going to be coming in to make you some sort of love offer or an apology. But I think for some of you guys, you're going to be seeing this very differently. Because with the Page of Swords, this is somebody who's learned their lessons. This is somebody who's quite precocious. Okay, who knows a lot for their age, or, you know, knows a lot more than they think they know, or knows a lot more than other people think they do. This is somebody who has dotted all their I's and crossed all of their T's. Strong Pisces, Taurus, and Libran energy. And what I'm seeing here, there's a need to release a lack of trust, either within this particular situation or something that you've been carrying around with you from the past. It's time for movement forward, okay? And that may be releasing those disappointments and that heartbreak and that hurt that you've experienced either within this connection or just in love and relationships in general. There is a lot of love here. And what I'm seeing here is that many of you guys are going to be surprised, because if this is your divine masculine has also been going through an awakening. And I think that awakening is that we need each other. Some of you guys, you may know this person and it may be a reconciliation. For others of you, this is the energy that's coming towards you because you're releasing the hurt and the disappointment from the past. You are hesitant, so it's about taking informed risks. But you and you alone, Aries, have the power to stop any repeating patterns, either within this connection or within your life. And for many of you guys, it's within your love life. There's a deep awakening taking place. And for those of you who are on a twin flame journey, the breakthroughs and the awakenings that you have, whether you guys are in union or not, whether you know this person or not, are going to affect your twin. And look at that. And there we have that Ace of Swords coming into alignment. Some sort of communication is coming your way. Now, it may be from your angels and your guides, and your true path may be opening up for you, Aries. For some of you, it may be releasing a past connection, you having learned from it and growing. And the Page of Swords is ready. He's got that sword behind him and he's ready to hack away what doesn't serve him anymore. And for some of you guys, it's outdated or outworn soul connections that are holding you back from your true divine counterpart. For others of you, if it's not about love, it's just about hacking away that which is holding you back from from being in alignment. So whether it's a career, whether it's love and family relationships, whether it's your creative journey, your spiritual path. It's like, for me, this Ace of Swords is that path that's narrowing. This is a brand new beginning. And for many of you guys, it's a brand new beginning in love. Okay? Overall energy, the Knight of Wands. Somebody is coming rushing towards you with some sort of communication. And for many of you, it's your divine counterpart. And for some, it's a reconciliation. There's been some sort of very difficult ending. There was a lack of illumination. For many of you, I think you tried to move on, or this person tried to move on from you. For others of you, this is a karmic ending that you've been through. or somebody's ending something to move towards you. This is something you've been waiting for a long time. You're not going to see it coming, this communication, Aries. That's what I'm seeing. You're not going to see this communication coming. Wow. This full moon in Sagittarius, this lunar eclipse, eclipses are all about spontaneity. And so this is something that you're absolutely not expecting. I see a lot of water in this whole reading. Water and air. So we've got, again, Libra and Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Libra, Gemini, Aquarius coming through really strong. A little bit of fire too, maybe. Somebody may be traveling to come see you. But this is something that's going to come rushing in unexpectedly, Aries, and that would make so much sense with this eclipse energy. All right, so we've got all tied up. So somebody is breaking free. Aries, it may be you. It may be breaking free from past patterns, past belief systems. Remember, this eclipse is all about, it's a purge and it's a release. Releasing those negative projections, or, that energy somewhere along the way that told you you couldn't have it all, or you couldn't have your dreams couldn't come true, or you couldn't be happy. Somebody here is getting unstuck, and for some of you, it may be your person. Look at there, we have a solo journey. Some of my Aries, you guys have been flying solo, or you felt like, you know what, I'm always just going to be this way. This Two of Cups, this is what's evolving and changing. This is what you're releasing yourself from. Something about partnership, about this relationship or a past relationship. It's time for a new beginning, and you've done the work. You've untied yourself. Storm warning. Okay, so there is an ending. We see that twice, and then we see a man holding a coin. For many of you guys, you're also going to realize if this is a reconciliation, there was somebody that couldn't invest in the connection before because they needed to work on themselves. But it actually wasn't somebody else, Aries. It was actually you. So oftentimes when we're with our divine counterparts, or we're separate from our divine counterparts, rather, it's because we're not in alignment yet. And that's what's shifting for you guys. I'm also seeing that there is some sort of ending. So there may be somebody, one or both of you, that are dealing with a karmic situation that isn't going to be so happy that you're freeing yourselves up. The thinking man. So we also get another number 10. So for me, this is about, looking at all of the details, but it's also about seeing the big picture. For me, this card embodies the Gemini Sagittarius axis, where he's sort of looking at all of the details of this crystal in his hand, or this candle that he's holding. I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's a crystal though. But he's looking at all of the details, but he also has the capacity to see things from a higher perspective. So this eclipse season, Aries, for many of you guys is bringing you into union, but it's also going to be unexpectedly taking people and situations away from you that are no longer worth investing in. And not because they're not worth it, or they're not valuable, or you're not, but because it isn't for your highest and your greatest good. Remember, eclipse energy, Aries, is not about putting you where you want to be. It's where you need to be. And oftentimes it's quite spontaneous. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else comes through for you. We get contact. So this wanted to come out in reverse. Somebody is going to be contacting you, Aries. For some of you guys, you know what I got? Some of you guys are definitely star seeds, and you guys are, you're receiving downloads and communication. I'm getting in particular those of you who are Syrian, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, and that's not going to be for all of you. For some of you, somebody who, this person may have been watching you. You may have been watching this person. I kind of feel like you guys energetically have been connected and in each other's energy for quite some time, even if you don't know this person, okay? But somebody here is making contact. And that's because you're in this beautiful point of attraction where you're in your loving presence, you're in balance, or you're coming into balance. You're releasing a mistrust either within this connection. Some of you guys, because you've decided to love like you've never been hurt before, and that is a challenge that not all can accept. And we get sexuality. Yum. So there is a lot of passion here, you guys. A lot of passion. I think Leo got the same message. Okay, they got somebody here practicing sex magic. Some of you guys, you're awakening the lower chakras, whether it's just been a long time or this is a different type of lovemaking that you guys are going to be having or doing with this person. So your sexuality, I'm reading from The Return of Spirit. This is Cheryl Lee Harnish's book, and these little cards, they pack such a punch. Your sexuality is just as important as any other aspect of your being. It's so important, in fact, that not one but two chakras manage and maintain your sexual energy. Loving sexual contact is vital for your emotional, physical, and energetic well-being. It can be one of the greatest pleasures and joys of being incarnated in a human body. For many of you guys, the person that you are or you will be making love to, it's going to feel like it was like as if it were the first time, you know, which it may not necessarily be pleasurable. My guides are just really funny because they're like, not everybody's gonna like that, but you know, but it's true. It's like it's gonna feel like this is the first time you ever truly connected with somebody like this. All right, it's beautiful. You're being asked to look at your desires, beliefs, and wounds around your sexual needs. If you're feeling inadequate, unwanted, or unattractive, then it's time to begin a regimen of self-love. It's time to restore any low self-worth and negative programming you have about your physical body. Yeah, and some of you guys too, the Knight of Wands, this is a very athletic energy. I see that, you know, the power of movement here. Okay, what they're telling me is some of you need to move more. If you've been very sedentary, whether that's walking, whether that's jogging, like it's like this is going to really help you also come into alignment. All right. We're often much harder on ourselves than our partner would ever be. Your negative thoughts or self-image could be holding you back from experiencing the deeper emotional aspects of intimate love. Yeah, and that's what I was getting. It's time to release. I'm not saying that necessarily you have a fear of intimacy, but there's something holding you back from, you know, and it's being tied up, whatever this Two of Cups energy is. If it's low self-worth, if it's, you know, negative programming, if it's a past relationship, it's something that you were told, maybe it's cultural, you know, traditions, beliefs. You know, our sexuality is just as important as any other aspect of ourselves. And Spirit's saying it's time to, you know, flex that muscle. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull Pegasus Oracle for my dear Aries. There's a lot of 10s showing up in this reading. So that's going to be a powerful number sequence for you guys. What you guys are calling in is a very true, powerful love with that King of Cups. And you have a lot of love to give. Pegasus of the Sunflower, number 18, breaking down to a 9, you guys. So 9s are all about wish fulfillment. When you pull your attention from that which is unworthy of your time and energy, you weaken the ability of such elements to enter your energy field, distract you from more important tasks, steal your joy, or otherwise drain your vitality. Yeah, you guys, you're not allowing anybody or anything to drain your vitality anymore, and it's coming back in a really big way. You have a natural talent for connecting to the light. If you have been bravely shedding relationships that do not resonate with your soul and feel isolated as a result, be reassured that you will make new connections more aligned with your heart. If something is ending in your life, a new beginning is destined to unfold. A significant blessing will bring joy and healing to your soul. Place your focus on the light, and you will recognize the goodwill and grace that is protecting you. This is the Pegasus Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Wow. So look at all of this new vitality coming to you. Aries, you better buckle up. Carry protection with you. Oh, I love this. I love this reading for you. And for some of you guys, it absolutely is a rekindling. But it feels like home, I have to tell you. All of this feels like home. It's not without its challenges. There's a difficult ending, and, you know, having the courage to not put your time and energy into situations or people that that drain your energy can be hard, especially if it's sort of a pattern we've been in for a while. A distant kiss and a prayer flag. I just heard Tibet when I pulled this out. That may resonate for some of you. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. Yeah, somebody's missing you, Aries, or you're missing someone. And you know what's crazy? They're just showing me, look at the sunlight and the rain. Wow. So this is, this is something with the Page of Swords. This is, this may be an online connection. You might be at a distance from this person, or maybe it's just emotional distance. But there's this longing between you and what it is you've been asking for. What you're looking for is looking for you. What you want, Aries, is wanting you. All right. And it's going to make contact. A note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Yeah. Aries, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys found clarity and guidance in these messages. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.